Welcome aboard the Slate Train, digital people. I hope you're having a wonderful moment of existence. I'm Slide a Game. This is Vampire. We already know each other, so let's just jump in. You know what I mean? I just asked the usual. Give me like 5 minutes to regain a sense of all the controls. Yeah, this will be fun. I feel like there's probably a couple streams at the most. It'd be really difficult to get it all done in one stream, but 2 looks pretty promising, as I was saying before. Alright, so the mission is... Make sure I don't have controller drift. So I took my old controller. I did some work on it. My blue one. Oh yeah, baby. I completely took it apart. I literally poured rubbing alcohol on it. A little splash inside the joystick boxes. I was blowing it out with stuff. I used a tiny PC vacuum. Really got stuff out of there. I think there was, like, honestly, a little piece of potato chip, of all things. That would be my son. And I was really messing it up, but man, it's like good as new. Look at that shit. Very happy. Okay. Let's actually, let's do the mission. I don't know what it was anymore. Okay, start. Everything works great. Alright. Oh, what was that? What was that? Settle down. Okay. I get all nervous now. No, it looks good. Looks good to me. Feels good. I'm happy. It's very hot in here. It says that I need to go back in here to find Doris Fletcher and then find the second part of my father's testament. I'm guessing. Like I said again, I need time to remember what I was doing. Go up here.
For in front of you stands the tall queen.
Oh, that's right. This is what I was doing. Oh, yeah. Okay, I am in the right place. Anyway, guys. Again, I fixed my controller. Feel really good about it. So I still have a nice new controller, and I also have this one.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put
I have
an
3
end
now.
to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more.
We about to have a boss fight?
All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be.
Oh, yeah.
Until then, all shall die, for that was her final.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's put this controller to the test.
Servants, avenge me!
Ooh. She does a lot of damage. Hold up there. Hold up there. Oh no, I don't need you in my life.
Your hand is shaking.
Oh, okay, I certainly don't need that other thing. You know, sending minions after me when I'm trying to... Oh, such cheating. know, man.
You killed
Definitely
my
not a
father.
lot.
Prepare to. I smell your fear.
Oh, you know what? I should have used that for the big guy. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say for the little guys. Sorry. That's what I should have used that for.
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she.
Ooh.
Will she be the
What
queen
is
again
that?
once they all share her fate? Here and
Okay.
obey, for your
Thank you,
queen
Lily.
commands you. Attack!
I fixed my controller. And yet,
My blade shall pierce your hand.
didn't seem to help me much. I still suck. That's okay. I need to. I'm a vampire. Oh, got the next title. Thanks.
Come to me, my servants. Avenge me.
Ooh.
Thunder. Your hand is shaking. Your blood will be mine. I summon thee, my children of the night.
If I could just get one more of those.
My beloved.
I'm gonna wait 14 seconds.
I will
Oh no, there's a bunch of them. I got this. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go.
touche, sir.
Yes. Yes, finish her.
Wait. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Oh, I would have said yes.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
No,
To me,
not as
yes.
much as you. Man, he's saying all the wrong things.
I hate her already.
I
Get
know.
yourself killed.
And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said.
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher, the greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Jeez. I could never.
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum!
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I've put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
Yes, that's probably a great idea. So my instincts tell me, never mind. So Just running around in circles. I'm sorry. My instincts are telling me to go see if I can grab
The
any
West End should be safe now.
shinies or anything,
But
you know?
London is not.
Guess
It
not.
would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue.
Ah. That's what I needed.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Okay. If you say so. Gotta go upstairs.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Have a drink and enjoy this time.
No other shinies up here, huh? Fine.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please, tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
I'm just a doctor.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reed. I admire a man of principles. But in this matter, there is more at stake than your moral comfort.
It's not a moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years. This is but the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Your word is my command.
Hopefully I'm just doing that to butter him up. All I want to do is butter his biscuits, you know what I mean? Well, no. That came out wrong. You know what? Just forget it.
I know we're facing a crisis.
Alright. I'm headed down.
Are you all right?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I feel like if I butter him up... Never mind. Again, I'm just changing topics. There's nothing I can do. The damage has been done.
Aloysius Dawson is the richest man in England. He'll be a very useful resource for the club.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson, will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turned the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
Bisquick? I like Bisquick.
Please tell me more about your research.
No.
As long as you lower your voice.
Please tell me more. Is that better?
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world.
So I have a
An
choice to
immortal
make
who
here.
already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
What
Are
to
you
do?
sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor soul survive at all.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly
Yep.
poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Man,
Goodbye,
I don't like these major decisions. Really prefer to just not have to make them. Can we do that? And the second part of your father's testament. That part I don't know if I can do. We're gonna have to exit. Stage left. Damn it. This way. Yep. I'll go take a quick look, but pretty sure. Here, rats. Gimme. Yeah, Code Vein is very heavily RPG. At least compared to this. You can do a lot more stuff in that game. I've yet to play, but I've played a little bit. I understand it. I've seen it. So I know what it is. But I definitely got to go through that one. That's a whole nother journey.
I cannot enter.
Why not? I don't see anything. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm not ready for this. Oh, he just... Oh no, it doesn't do much damage to him. This is bad. Try shooting him. Oh gosh. Reload. Oh god. Oh god. There it is. Gimme. I need blue odd. I'm just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. There's no way to really get him. do have one potion. Oh god, I don't have anything left. No more guns.
I will crush.
He's pretty easy so far. Hopefully he doesn't have a second phase or something. What's up? Bulbasaur. Drinking that tea still? Oh my gosh. I got a new one for you. You're a tidy Bulbasaur. You are a tidy and clean Bulbasaur. Get it? Come on, work with me here. Yeah, I mean, some people like that weird ASMR stuff, man. I'd experienced it before. Like, this is bizarre. It doesn't work. It does. I don't like it. I just feel uncomfortable. Like, yeah, I've tried it before. I'm like, this is dumb. It's not for me. Then again, when magicians have tried to do like hypnosis on me and stuff, and mind you, I have always wanted to be hypnotized. It just doesn't work, you know? Oh my god! Oh my god, he does one-hit kills. That's crazy. Anyway, moral of the story is I don't like it. So I try not to do it on stream. Nothing against anyone who does. Some people like to burp and drink beer and fart. You know, like they don't give a crap. To each his own. I don't know, I've always been I try too hard. I gotta get the sound quality just perfect. I gotta get the microphone filter, you know, make me sound like a man instead of a little baby. I gotta make sure that everything looks amazing. It's like the greatest quality of all time. I gotta record in 4K. Oh my god, put too much pressure on myself. Steven knows. When you got insecurities, you gotta be perfect. Perfect. Everything has to be perfect.
Thirst for blood.
Okay, so the bad news is that I don't have anything left. I can't shoot him. The good news is now I understand he does how much damage he does. It's bad. It's very, very bad, and we should avoid him at all costs.
No one can hide from Asgard.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh god. Heal. Oh god, this is very bad. Okay, I'm gonna cheat, use some of that. So I have made it so that my weapon actually gives me a little bit of the blood points. Or whatever they're called. So it helps out a bit, having that ability. Man, this is gonna take me forever. Oh shoot. Pickles are extremely crunchy. I'm not a huge pickle fan. I'll eat them. I don't dislike them, but I don't just pick them up and eat them. Usually if I'm already in the mood, eating like a nice BLT or something, I'll have a pickle on the side and start eating them. But generally, I'm not a big pickle guy. I know a lot of people who are, though. Like, people that just straight up drink the pickle juice. Alright, I got a shield now. That should help. I like that shield. Might use it all the time. Damn. Didn't work at all. Oh god. Heal up. Heal up. Heal up again. Shoot. I thought I had my shield ready. It wasn't ready. Okay, it is now. It's gonna give me my blood back. Excellent. Heal again. This is a tough one. I got it though. I kind of want my... Oof, 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 stay away. I need my shield back. That's what does it for me. I'm getting impatient. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Stay away. Okay, 2 seconds left. Got it. Now it's time to kung fu. Okay, now I can heal. Twice, hopefully. Okay, now I'm ready. Almost there. Look at how much I've got. I'll do one of these. Oh yeah. One more. One more. Wait for my shield to come back. And actually, I'm gonna do one of these. It's better. Done, son. That was a lot of work. Not really a fan. Hopefully I don't have to run into one of those again. That guy was a lot. He was a lot. So what was the point of coming down here then? Oh, I see. I was gonna say. Nothing down here in the first place. I'm gonna go exploring now. Nothing around. Nothing around. That's where we came from, so we'll go up here. You know, it really does feel like there should have been something down there, but there's not. Okay. Cool.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
So sometimes, I guess, back to the ASMR thing. Sometimes I think it's just having people... What's up, Johnny? I just think the internet brought out the weirdness that already existed in people. And while there's nothing wrong with certain things, they're still weird as hell. You gotta admit. Weird. So why is that showing? Does that mean that I found it? I think it means I found it. Let's figure this out. Busy day. Seems like every day is a busy day for you, Johnny. I'm good, man. I'm having a good evening. I'm feeling better. 70 meters away. How am I going to get over there? Okay, let's try this again. We're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. Gotta be in here, right? I love doing this. Did you ever do that, Johnny? Did you just spam the crap out of that? I feel like that's how... What? What was I stuck on? I feel like that's how you should make up for fast travel being a non-existent thing. Because you can just...
I can't believe I'm
pretty much run. Look how fast they go. As opposed to just walking over there, right? See how much faster it is. If I walk from here. Whereas, if I do this. Oh man. In that time I almost got up the staircase. I was gonna say, there better not be that boss in here again. That would suck. Aha! This is the area I missed. Okay, there's a whole bunch of schmoika down here. What is this? I feel like I've done this before. Okay, so I've unlocked what? 2 doors? This one?
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, brother. Oh, look at this. We have another one. I see. So that's to put them down. Those to raise them up.
I cannot enter.
Okay, it said the door was unlocked, so I think raising it up one time unlocks... Oh, that's incorrect. This is all bad. So we need 1 to go up. Need 1 more to go up. And we need 1 more to go up. Doors unlocked. Nice. That's how we do it. I feel like I still need to adjust the water levels to reach other places, perhaps, but at least not now. Okay, let me know when you run out, Johnny. I was just wondering. Wow, level 30? I need to get rid of this guy ASAP. Holy crap. Level 30. Oh, that was close. They're all level 30s. What am I gonna do? This is very bad. Let's use a shield. There we go. 1 more left. Ouch. Oh, come on, bro. I used my shield, I thought. Okay. Picked up everything we can. Let's see. Another bite of chili. Chili doesn't crunch. Though, rumor has it, it does crunch your anus. So, there's that. Put all that blue odd down there. Let's try this again. This door is now locked again?
It's locked.
Yeah, I thought so. What about this door? It stays unlocked, right? Cool. I can go down there. I see. I knew I would use these again. Let's try this one. We gotta do all 3, I think. Yep.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
That's it, huh? Just like that. Well, goodbye.
Miss Teasdale.
Ooh, she's got a headache. Let's go ahead and...
You should...
Thank you for your...
I can't do medical checkup yet.
Goodbye,
Okay,
Miss Teasdale.
never mind. Guess you're gonna just have to suffer with that headache. I tried. So The Walking Dead is more about the characters. My dad always tells me this, and I mean, I get it. I'm into different things. So it's not a zombie show. It's a show that has zombies in it, right? That's the common misconception, is that it's about zombies, but it's not. It's about the people and their relationships with each other.
I can't believe I'm
and how people treat each other. The zombies just happen to be there and sometimes get in the way. But all in all, I'm not a fan. I want to know about zombie lore. I want to know about the cure. I want to see zombies evolve and turn into, like, you know, dragon zombies or some crazy stuff. Okay, so I have to go out that way. I see that the main objective is above me, but I want to go down here just to see. Ooh. That's where I came from. Apparently. Ooh. Dang. I should go back in there. Still haven't found that other side quest thing. Exactly. I guess I got tired of the whole clans against each other. I'm a big sucker for lore, just like with Star Wars. In Star Wars, I start to get bored unless, you know, like if you took me to the planet where all the Yoda creatures come from, I'd be super interested. If you took me to like some ancient cave that was like the first Sith ever or the first Jedi ever, I'd be super interested. But if you tell me a story about just some random people that are human that just go and do like a side quest, I'm like less interested. Which essentially, by the way, is what Andor is. While Andor was successful, I'm like, yeah, but I like the crazy lore, you know? I've always been that way. Enter Aloysius Dawson's mansion. I'm afraid, though. I'm afraid to do it. I want to level up first, man. I'm not going into any crazy... Nope. I'm leveling up first. Let's go to the nearest hideout. Whitechapel, yeah? Can I go there? Aha! Shortcuts, baby. I like that. Dr. Swansea, real quick.
What news, Jonathan? I've heard you've now joined the vampire elite of London.
Did Elizabeth tell you?
So it's Elizabeth now. My. Things are moving quickly. I turn my back for a moment and away you go.
How's this?
We're still holding out.
Have you seen...
Yes, she popped in yesterday.
Just a...
Yes.
I may have found the source of the contagion. Doris Fletcher, the actress.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, in the end, she was destroyed by fire.
Really? Oh, please, do
Oh, it's a
tell
lot
me
of fun.
more.
Just a heavily mutated skull.
Doris was a heavily mutated skull. Almost a new breed entirely. It's as if the disease had completely altered her mind and body. Highly contagious.
As if the disease had taken control of her will?
Yes. Once a beautiful and brilliant woman, she became motivated by hate alone.
Oh, she was a beauty. I met her when she visited the hospital to cheer up the sick. Too bad the fire destroyed her. But it was probably for the best.
Have you heard of similar cases?
No, I don't think so. Except, perhaps, it reminds me of an old report from the Brotherhood. Well, more an article, really.
What was it about?
The author, a friar, referred to a rare form of contagion in a skull he observed during the Black Death. The carrier was always female. They called them Icors.
Icors?
I'll come...
Always...
What's that all about? Huh. Whole new thing. What is the hospital doing? Not too bad. Oh, he needs... Oh, it's neuralgia again? And migraine. And migraine. Yeah, see, I can't help him because I don't have the right thing. This way, huh?
It's one of them! Lost it! We have to stop it!
Covered market. That's a new one. I don't think I have access to all the districts, do I? Oh, hey, there's an unknown. Let's go talk to him. Finally,
Good
little
evening,
progress.
sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Oh, you know, little of this, little of that.
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
What are you investigating, exactly?
Since you already rescued Miss Teasdale, I only have one case left. The possible abduction of Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Mr. Kimura.
Mr. Kimura is a businessman who has been missing for a few days. He didn't go home, didn't go to work, didn't go back to his family.
Where was he last seen?
Mr. Kimura was last seen at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. I followed a possible lead in the West End, but I found nothing.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
Oops. Just clicking on stuff.
What do
I
you
don't think
really
that makes a
do?
difference.
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult.
Who's investigating who here?
Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one.
Yeah, you're the one. That's what I was talking about earlier.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told
I
you
am
about the
not a
investigation I'm
civilian.
conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, he's healthy. Nice to see. Save the exhausted man by defeating his abductor. Well, I'd like to go do that right now. Right around the corner. Above me? Not down there, huh?
Too many murders to investigate.
You stop going away? I can't see. Thanks. In there. Nice. How do I get in there? Question. Side. Oh crap. How do we get in there? Very interesting. Can't do it this way. That way. Oh. I can now all of a sudden. That's right, I guess because there was a fight I wasn't allowed in. Now I am. Let's talk some more.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Goodbye.
Gratitude? Okay.
Yes.
Good.
There's nothing we can do yet. Him healthy anyway, so it says. Hey, everything's good. We're out of here. Now, on to the main mission.
See them fancy clothes? It's a killer! Back to the bloody crime!
Oh, good. I thought it was going to be locked. Glad it's not. Oh, also glad this one's not. Time to go in the mansion. The mansion. That was this side, right? I'm going to talk to these guys.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please.
Ooh, this is a bad
Would
angle.
you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city
Agamemnon?
immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree, on anything.
I've never heard that name in my entire life. That's a new one.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Aloysius. More likely heard that.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead.
You must have your...
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
He just doesn't do anything on his own.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe.
Huh?
Fortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I am. I like it here.
I still enjoy living in London.
I like this
no matter
game.
how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
Boy. This is true.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
Weird. This conversation, this is very weird. Very weird conversation.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Uh-oh.
Trap? And you think leaving
You want to go down that rabbit hole.
You?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present
Which pill do I take, the red or the blue?
Doctor, hope is what truly drives mankind.
Huh?
Goodbye for...
Well, let's talk to the brother.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool of you
certain
too.
I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Uh-huh.
But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
What? You don't know either.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
God, his persuasion. Tell me why. That combined, it's hard to tell if it's his voice doing that or if it's just the sound effect that makes him sound more commanding, or a combination of both. I keep trying to figure it out. I don't think I ever will.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He has always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Bacon.
Okay, that's a whole thing. Looks like they're both... okay.
I have this thirst for blood.
Where'd he go?
This is despicable.
What? Oh. Not sure what that's all about.
It's locked, all right.
Darn.
The Fool and the Empress. Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed.
Oh, well, now that you say that, I'm most definitely going to read it.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It'll cost you 150 shillings.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, Mr. Wrong, I saw that message. I mean, mine was fairly vivid when someone did my reading. Fairly vivid. Interesting to see. Perhaps later, I don't know. Mesmerize? Let's not do that. Let's look at the details. Ooh, need one more level to be able to do it. Healthy. Doesn't give me an option, so I guess I'll just say later.
Goodbye, sir.
I read Fool and the Empress again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
Okay, we'll have to come back apparently another time for him. The whole thing. I'm still trying to figure out what those tiles are on the ground. In the meantime, we do need to enter the mansion. Let's go see if we can enter it from this side. Yeah? We had someone in the community read mine before. Like, this is the most positive reading I've ever seen. Something. I want to give you the deets. How do I get in there? I go this way. There's nowhere to climb up. No. I'm gonna make another circle around just to make sure. Maybe there was a way in here, I just didn't see it. Let's check one more time. That way. What are these things here? Some sort of a clue that I'm not seeing. Go back here and look. Some sort of a paper that I picked up that tells me. No. Don't tell me I have to pay this guy to find out.
Good evening.
Oh, look at this. There's still things. Hang on.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking, Mr. Wrong. That's what I keep thinking.
Is it possible
I've seen
to
that
tell me my
happen.
future?
I've seen that happen a few times before, and I keep thinking the same thing, but it ends up being like a reflection or something. Alright, speak!
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
I'd rather not know.
I would rather not know.
Okay.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Okay.
She could have survived as a vampire. If only she had given me a chance to explain. If only I could have found the words.
Not all vampires
Look at my
accept
face.
their new condition. Since suicide is impossible, you have to find a way to get someone else to relieve the pain.
I could
my eyes are red.
No, John.
How do you...
I told you.
Is it... May I ask?
Of course.
Who... That's... So you're...
Once...
Okay.
I know there is no...
It was 1801.
What was the name?
The problem...
Okay. Let's head back.
Goodbye,
I rarely... Perhaps London will survive the epidemic.
It's not the answer I needed. I did get a little bit done. Okay. Now this is where I always get confused. Enter the mansion. Follow this road around to get to it. That's fine. I think I'm going the right way finally. Now let's back to this dude. Damn! I need to talk to more people to unlock that ability. Is that all it is? Might be. Healthy. Oh, there's somebody doing something creepy. Something weirdins. Perfect. Oh, nice. Very nice. I'm gonna snooze this ad break coming up so we can see what the hell these guys are up to. This may... I forgot about the whole suspicious thing. I forgot about that. This may be our answer. Some weird cult, huh? I bet.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Oh. Didn't help me as much as I thought it would, damn it. Back to what we were doing. Do you suppose that maybe going in here will somehow help me? It'd be weird if it did.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Let's give it a shot. Treatments. Serums. Grades, recyclables. Still don't have what I need. Let's go level up, I guess. Try to get. Let's do this one again, I guess. 3 hits absorbed. 5 seconds. 8 seconds. Yeah, let's do this one. Following night. And this one's gone way down. This one's gone way up. Hell yeah. That was great. Finally, Whitechapel is looking good. Okay, this one's gone down a little bit. Everything's looking pretty nice. Alright. I say that was a win overall. There we go. More people I've not yet spoken to. That could help everything. Okay.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition.
That's a bad angle.
A long time.
They've been giving me bad angles lately.
And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy.
Okay, well, let's do this.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Okay, I'll ask other questions just in case.
Noticed?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up.
Oh, well.
What can you tell me about?
I'm still managing.
Okay, there's not.
Really? Have I changed that much?
Not much else interesting in here.
It must have been the war. And the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser. More serious.
Why, thank you.
It suits you well.
I agree.
Tell me more.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Okay. I think...
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price?
We let her live.
I remember you were often
Flattery
concerned
always
about
works.
her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now.
Let's see if you can see my face now.
She'll always remain my sweet.
Oh.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change.
Oh.
Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her...
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Alright. Coming over. I've already asked everything I need to ask, so... Go to trade.
May I...
It's always...
We will... Oh, I can't remember. I don't have anything I want to sell. It's rings, huh? Okay. I'm gonna buy those. Buy that. Buy that. And now I should be fine. Oh, I'm selling those instead of buying those? What an idiot. Well, too late now. I'm not buying them back because that'd be dumb. Instead, I'm going to just buy certain things that I needed, like cold medicine. I'll buy both of those. Damn, I don't remember. I know I needed a couple of these, I think. Just buy 2. Migraine attacks, yes! Buy all of those. Opium. Alright, good enough. Yeah, I just sold a bunch of crap. Whoops. Whoops-a-doops. It's okay, I find them all the time when I'm fighting stuff.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed.
So long, Mr. Wrong. Thanks for swinging by. I will be...
Of course, you are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
I guess that's the best angle we can get. Yeah, so long. Good night. I will be on for only 45 more minutes before I'm signing off, so... all good. It's 9:15 for me here. It's up to you, Boba. It's up to you.
Have you ever met the famous...
I've got other ones too, I just have them turned off. I gotta...
Yes. A very strange
I'm just
man.
leaving them all turned
Not
off
very
lately.
nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books.
Make some better ones.
And then laughed at what we showed him.
Oh yeah? Let's go with your life in London.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I see.
Why is work not easy? Is something
'Cause it's
or
work?
someone bothering you?
Not
I
play.
know, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends.
Yeah. You and everyone else.
Have you no friends at all?
No.
I think she should start streaming.
Mr. Nithercut used to pass by and was always nice to me.
What do you think?
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Oh, I don't know. However...
What can you...
I don't...
No.
Some of...
No. Best everything we could. Okay.
Do you enjoy...
Oh, yes, Doctor.
Aha.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married, now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
She says she's too old. You're too young.
Goodbye.
We need to find Goldilocks. Just right. Okay. Move. Oh. Let's move back over to our buddy. Who? Just have to go around till we get to him. I think all we have to do is just ask around a little bit more. That's all it was. Now I should be able to get in there, no problem. Wait. Where's our main quest? We don't have a main quest. What happened? I don't remember how to get in there. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yes, I am. Need to go back. Go this way. Yeah, it's locked.
Despicable.
We'll go. I found somebody in here. There he is. Make sure we've got everything we need before we head down there. Excellent. Excellent.
It's locked.
Of course it is.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
I'm the only vampire in the room for now, so please indulge me.
All right, all right.
I can't change the angle on this one.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
I feel he'd be too dangerous if I turned him into, you know? I don't want to do it. Plus, that's the easy way. And I'm sure I'll gain experience points, so I figured it'd be more exciting if I did it the hard way. Which I know I don't normally like to do, but I don't want to turn him into a vampire.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Yeah. Can I just not do it?
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my
have to do it?
waning with every moment.
But first,
Can I just
before you
not?
embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
I don't
Answer me
think
all
so.
the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Who gave you...
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
I've heard enough.
No!
It's time to proceed.
It's not time to proceed.
At last. All right. Do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, embrace, I will kill you. Charm, forget your fear of dying. Turn, you sacrifice 2,000 XP in the process. I'll make you a vampire. Hell no. Go with this one.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Yes. Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest
yes.
now. Forever.
Excellent.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate?
The same thing you are when you decide everyone else's fate. Who are you, huh? I thought. Oh yeah. Very powerful. Alright, so... Oh shit. Can I just hide? Gonna kill me, isn't he? Huh. Maybe not. Maybe I'll take him out.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn?
Oh yeah.
Expected?
Alas,
oh yeah.
Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
I'm gonna tell them.
I could not let such a dangerous man become immortal. Not from my blood, not for you.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal,
Oh, shit.
pure and simple.
I thought I'd make it entertaining.
I should kill you on the spot.
Do it.
You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Alright, so...
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your...
I knew that I had a small chance if I had
monstrosity you bring to my door.
had a small chance if I managed to just lie to him possibly and not tell him, yeah, screw you, I wasn't gonna turn him. I thought about it for a second. I thought about our character and realized that he's not really the type to just outright be scared and lie. So yeah, let's see what happens. I just went against him. I don't care. I'm glad I had that opportunity. Oh, look who it is. What are you doing up here?
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
No time to lose then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Tell her I love her?
Tell her we need to talk.
In the end, is this not what we all need? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are right.
Okay, sounds good to me. Wait,
You better go now to the
I don't have anything else to tell you. All right. Oh my gosh, I don't feel like dealing with more. These guys are leveling up too much for my taste. That one definitely needs leveling up. Oh, come on. Alright, I found my way in. Oh, another vampire. Hang on a second. Ouch. Man, it's getting super sweaty all of a sudden. What's up with this? What is this about? Holy crap. Get off of me.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already?
I don't know. Let's find out. I don't have the ability to cure these people. Who am I supposed to speak with? Swansea? I think so. Yep.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar?
No. Uh-oh. That was unexpected. What's this? Rare species of vampire. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna level up yet. Follow the blood trail. Alright, let's do that. Ooh, upstairs. Finally. Floor 3. Look at that. Feels like a little bit closer to Endgame, huh? Interesting. Follow the blood trail. Still doing that? Let's do it. Oh no. Boss fight? Oh, I should have leveled up.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it, just like you are.
You're the progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous.
Gross.
We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon
Oh,
I'll bring your
I
head before
regret
your
not leveling
coward of
up.
a father. True light will come.
Wait, can I change it? Oh, I can. Never mind, I don't regret it. Abyss. Why does it say level 3, but not... Okay, well anyway. Level 1? Why does it say that? That's not a level 1. Okay, Shadow, what's he susceptible to? Doesn't say. Oh, it says down there on the bottom. Okay, shadow damage will indeed work on him. You've got enough With the serums. Oh my god, he's got a lot of health.
Try something else.
There we go.
I know! It hurts, doesn't it?
There we go. Let's do that. Let's
Your
do this.
poisonous bite is useless on me.
Damn, that really hurts. Oh, damn. He's tough. It's mostly because I keep going right into the light. I just gotta stay away from the light and we'll be okay. I think I figured out that if you go into the menu in your inventory and you switch an attack out, like I switch the rage out, I noticed that that counts as a move. So that way people don't try to cheese it by going in there and changing it out. Know what I mean? This should hurt him a bunch. Ooh, geez, he has a lot of health. I hate it.
If you're so innocent, why does simple light burn you so much?
A good question.
Your poisonous bite is useless on me. Close your eyes.
Nice. Nice.
Show some stuff.
Nice.
The blood of a true defender of this land.
Ah, crap. Oof, oof, oof.
True light will cleanse you. Come on, Reed.
I got this. I got this. Damn! Shield. Ah, I forgot. I pressed down instead of up on the D-pad. Oh, I had it though. Okay, we've got our shield. That's good.
The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Close
Ouch.
your eyes.
Not good.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, crap. Crap, get away.
Show some style. Fight like a man.
Oh, come on. Please do not tell me that that used my serum. Oh my god, can you imagine? I will be pissed. I think it did. I think that used my serum. We're actually going to leave it here because I just want to see though. We don't have enough time, but I'm going to stop right now. Let's just see if it did use my serum. Son of a bitch. That's dumb. Alright, this is it. We're going to stop here for now. Tomorrow, I will finish him off. And hopefully the game will be a long stream. We're just going to end it and not read out. Time to go, man. You guys had a good time. Let's see if I can do the old whatever it's called. What is it called? I don't know. Really want to change this one. Okay. Alright. That's all she wrote. Made a lot of progress, man. Even though we wandered around a lot, got a lot of stuff done. A lot of stuff Done. This guy's super judgmental. He does not like vampires. Don't ever rush to judge somebody just because they got long teeth, just because they're weird, and their eyes are all stoned, doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. If you run into those kind of people in a dark alley, don't pay it any mind. It's fine. I've run out of things to say. Too tired. So long. I got nothing for you. Bye-bye.